Hello students, in this video I will teach you how to do quick practice 9.17 and 9.18. So in quick practice 9.17, there are 6 data which refer to the examination scores of 6 students. So in part A, we are going to find the range, the mean, and the SD. So don't miss one of them. So first we get the range. So the range is the largest minus the smallest datum, so we get 15. And then for the mean, here I will suggest you use the formula. Don't just only rely on the calculator. Instead, you can use the calculator to check whether you have entered the correct data. So here you get 70. And the SD, you can use the calculator. You will get 4.90. Actually, when you find the SD, you also can find the mean by the calculator, right? So you can double check, the answer whether you is 70, which means what you found before. And then now we go to B1. Now B1, we need to look at the questions carefully. Now the student with score 70 is found to have cheated and thus is disqualified. So first of all, you need to determine whether it is added or removed. That means this data. So now disqualify means we try to remove the data from the data set. So now the new data becomes this 5. And then we are going to find the range and the SD of this new set of data. So we get a new mean, new range. And you will find it's still 80 minus 65, which is 15. And new SD, we can use the calculator to find it again. So here, because the data is removed, so you to clear the data and then you input this 5 data again into the calculator. Then you get this answer. And then B2, now the first question actually is very easy. Whether it is increase, decrease, or remain unchanged, but you need to state the reason. So first, we observe the range remain unchanged, right? Can you answer why it is unchanged? Which datum is now removed? Yeah, the datum is the middle one, right? So because the removed datum is not the largest or smallest, so it is not changed. So we can write it this way. The range remain unchanged because the removed datum is not the smallest or the largest datum. Okay, and now the SD is also increased. Why? Last time we talked about the SD. Then just one very important point. You can only determine whether it is increased or decreased, very clearly when the removed datum is equal to the mean, right? So now 70 is actually equal to the mean we found. So we can just answer in this way. The SD increase because the removed datum is equal to the mean. Okay, got it? So now let's go to quick practice 9.18. Okay, here we get 6 data again. So they're the times taken by 6 team members, okay, to complete a lap in a in a match of racing car. So instead of finding the range, this is find the IQR and the SD. So we first get the IQR, and 6 data cut it into half, right? And then 1.43 is the Q3, and 1.24 is the Q1. So we get 0.19 minutes for the IQR. And for the SD, you just use the calculator again. You get this answer. But here we reserve, okay, more digits as we need that, okay, in part B. Okay, so now we go to part B. We observe a new member joins the team and he takes this. So this data is added to our data set. So now will the IQR and SD change? And if there's an increase or decrease, find the corresponding changes. Okay, this time we don't need to explain, okay, why it is changed, but instead we need to find the changes. So part B, now the new data set becomes 1.15, 1.18, and okay, all the data. Okay, now we try to find a new IQR. So the middle one is the Q2, right? And this is Q3, this is Q1. So the new IQR equals to 1.43 minus. So this time we get 0.25 minutes. So compare with the IQR in part A, it is increased. So we first answer the IQR part. So IQR increased by 0.25 minus this, so which is 0.06 minutes. Okay, so let me answer, okay, the part of the SD now. So the new SD is now 0.132017 minutes by the calculator. This time, because the data is add, so you can use that you entered before, okay, those 6 data, and then you just add this 1 data, and then you can find the new SD. You don't need to input again. So new SD is 0.132017. So compare with the previous one, it is increased again. Okay, so we answer similar in the SD IQR. So SD increased by 0.132017 minus 0.118462. Okay, here we need to get more digits, otherwise you will not get the answer in 3 significant figures in part B. And then now finally you will get this answer. Okay, got it? So here just make sure you look the questions carefully and then determine whether it is the data is removed or added. Okay, and also, okay, whether you are going to find a range, IQR, SD, or explain the reasons or find the changes. Okay, all the questions, so maybe